How's everyone doing today? Hey Jenny, how's it going? All right, so we're gonna start off with Anastasia. She has love notes. Just let me get my love notes. Hey Heather, how's it going? All right, this is for Anastasia. First card we have is I surrender my heart to you. I adore you. I love you. You are my sun. You are my moon. I'm sorry for not stepping up. I was scared, but I know I must release that fear. Your love is soul food. You feed my soul with your grace and love. Hey, Arminta. We have you deserve the world, honey. We have such a strong connection. I've waited lifetimes to find you, and then I vow to love you the best I can. All right, so these are your love notes from Hasi. I hope you enjoyed it, Anastasia. Hey, Eva. All right, I'll add you to the list. Okay, up next is Rosalie, and I know you said you got the mini works package. All right, so let us see. Let's see where we should start. I'm waiting for the PowerPoint slides to open up so I can put your name on the screen. Okay, there we go. Let's see if you're still listed. Yep, you're still on the list. All right, Rosalie. So for the mini works, we do 4 tarot questions, 3 pendulum questions, chakra check-in, ancestral messages, charms, and love notes. So let us start with your chakra check-in. We'll use the board. All right. So this is for Rosalie. So let's see what chakras of Rosalie's are. Let's see. Do you want? We'll do the ones. What chakras need the most attention at this time in her life? What chakras need the most attention at this time in her life? So it looks like it's going to the third eye chakra. Are there any more chakras that need attention? So they say yes. So we got the third chakra, and what other chakra? The heart chakra. Is that the last one on the list of what chakras need attention at this time? We got no. Okay, so what is the next one that needs some attention? The sacral chakra. Is that the final chakra of the list that needs her attention? So we got a yes. So the chakras that need your attention are the third eye, the heart, and the sacral chakra. And I feel like your sacral and your heart chakra work that you need to do are kind of connected. So definitely work on that. Start with the sacral, then work to the heart, and then get to the third eye. And that will help you kind of like balance that out and address some things that maybe have been suppressed for a little bit of time. With the sacral chakra, I hear it's not too much heavy work that you have to do. It's just more so really balancing out your area, your womb area, your feminine center. is what I'm hearing. And then as you do that, your heart chakra kind of allows itself to be more aligned, and just, think about places that you can go to kind of just relax and meditate, whether that be at home or in a park, in a garden, whatever it is. Like, find a space where you can kind of just center yourself and relax and just listen to what your body does and what it says to you as well. So I know you have your questions coming up soon. So I'm going to try to do the things that I can do until you list your questions. So I can do your ancestral messages. I'll do your ancestral messages, and I can do your charms, and I can do your love notes, and then we'll wait till you get the questions. All right, first ancestral messages. All that you desire to create is manifesting right before your beautiful eyes. Pay attention to the snakes in the grass and the crows in the sky. Lean into your blessings. In order to truly heal, you must address your old traumas and wounds. So that could be connected to your sacral and your heart chakra too. And that could be why those are not balanced at this time. It's time to forgive. Forgiveness can help heal. And then you will be the first multimillionaire in your family. Exciting. And then the last one we have is you are so much closer than you think. Keep going. So don't give up. Your ancestors want you to know that a lot of great things are about to show up and present itself to you. All right, we have, oh, look at that. Wipe off your third eye. You're missing something. So remember, that was one of the chakras that needed attention. They wanted me to pull more cards. And then don't waste your time or your gifts. Okay, so these are your ancestral messages at this time. So definitely make sure you work on those chakras and forgive yourself. Forgive whatever you need to do in order to heal and to move forward. And sometimes it could be something that we just hold on for so long and we don't even realize it anymore because we're so used to just like waiting for it to happen or waiting for something to change or for that closure. And it might not happen, but we have to have that closure, do that closure for ourselves. Whether that means just letting it go, moving on, talking about it to like a therapist, whatever it is. Because you might not necessarily get it from a particular person, depending on how they are. All right, so now let's do your chart. All right. Ooh, we got a snake. Remember, that was one of the cards. It was like, pay attention to the snakes in the grass. So pay attention to any sneaky energy or deceptive energy that could be around you. It could be new or, current energy. We have the number 10. So I feel like this is representing, a completion of a cycle, the ending of something, but also the beginning of something. Because 1 plus 0 equals 1, and the 1 automatically makes me think of a new beginning in a way, because it's the first number. All right. We have the weight here. So this represents, needing to not overwhelm yourself with a lot of different tasks and obligations. Knowing when to say no, knowing when to just say like, hey, I can't do that, or it's going to be a no for me. I don't want to go out tonight, whatever it is. But don't put too much weight on yourself. Next is, we have here are the eyeglasses. So I feel like this is about your third eye. So making sure you wipe that third eye. Maybe when you wipe your third eye off and like balance it, you'll be able to see what this snake energy is. Next is the turtle. So like, slow and steady wins the race, and just like take your time, enjoy the journey, enjoy the ride. Don't force it. With the horse, I feel like this is the energy of like knowing when to take a break, but also knowing when to pick up the pace. You have to figure out that balance, because there are going to be times where Spirit's like, okay, let's pick it up. And there's going to be times where Spirit's like, okay, slow down. So know when to do that. With the camera here, I feel like this is more so about beauty and just like, reconnecting with yourself, taking some fire selfies. And you can just take them for yourself. You don't have to post them. But like, see the beauty in yourself physically, but also within yourself as well. We have the letter L, and the first word that he wanted to call out was love. So like loving yourself, but also know that love is what you will attract as you continue to love more and more of yourself. We have this wheel, so I feel like this is a representation of like, you steering the boat. You are the creator of your future, of your reality, and know that sometimes we might have a plan and it might not always go the way that we want it to, but know that you can change it up. You can do something different. And the next we have learn from yesterday, live for today, and hope for tomorrow. And on the back, live the life you love. So these are your charms. So now we're going to do your love notes. And then we'll just wait to see if you send some questions. All right, let's see what love notes you get. We have, I really love the way you make me feel inside. Trust me, I got you. You are so radiant. You shine like the brightest star. I want to be the reason you smile. I can't lie, I am missing you. This love is unbreakable. I will always love you. Why are you so beautiful? Let's put these up some. Let's get 2 more. Okay. We have, the moment I saw you, I knew you were my angel. And then, you deserve the world, honey. So I feel like there is somebody from your past that is missing you, but I feel like majority of these cards come from a new soulmate, a new person that wants to, make themselves known into your life. But there is someone from your past that is thinking of you at this time. Maybe, there's some type of memorable moment that happened around this time or this season, and that's why they're thinking of you, or they just randomly, saw something that reminded them of you, and that's why they're in this space of like nostalgia. All right, so those are the love notes. Let me see what else I can do. I think that's the only thing I can do. Yeah, so just need the questions. So once she shows up, we'll go back to her reading. So now let us go to the next person, and then we'll go back to Rosalie when she sends her question. Alrighty, so next is Brittany. Your question is, what does Mike want to say to me that he hasn't said? I feel like there is a lot he is holding back. Some insight, please. Thanks. You got it. All right, let me put your name on the screen. Okay, let's get some cards. Let's get these guys. All right. All right, what does he want to say to you that he hasn't said so far? Literally just wanted to pop out the Hierophant. Put that there. Let's see what else we get. I feel like the way that the cards fell out of my hand, they kind of just like fell out all over the place. That might be the energy that he's in. Like everything's all over the place. Nothing is really settled in for them. We have the God of Wands. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Hey, Sai. Let's see what else we get. Hi, Rupali. Yep, only paid ones. All the information's in the description box and it's in the title. And the Nine of Cups. So what does he want to say to you that he hasn't shared with you at this time? What is he not saying to you? I feel like this person, like their focus is somewhere else right now. One tied to like family and finances, but also maybe closing ties with a situation that they had in the past with someone. So now, like, more so like getting that closure in a way, like ending it to a point where there's no returning, there's no coming back, there's no like, oh, this person just pops up again. It's like, no, this is the end all be all with this person. So I feel like they're just like, closing those ties. And I feel like it's more so on an emotional and mental level. It's not like an actual physical thing where, they're talking to the person. It's more so like they could still be harboring some, you know, thoughts about this person where they may have not forgiven them fully or forgiven themselves, and so that still like sits with them. And I feel like they're tired of feeling that way, and they're processing that and trying to get rid of it emotionally and mentally. And we all have that experience where, like, you might move too fast and get into another relationship after ending one. But I feel like this person is trying to balance everything, but it's becoming difficult because they don't have the mental and emotional space to, or say some capacity in a way, to handle it all. And I feel like, unfortunately, they're going to end up dropping one of the things that they're trying to balance because they're trying to be this like, manly man and wanting to do it all. But in reality, if they can't, no one can do it all. Like, we have to take a break. We have to get help sometimes. So I feel like that's what they're holding back, is that they're trying to do everything, like for their family, for themselves, and also like, there's this post that I saved in my phone. I feel like it's perfect for what this person is experiencing right now. Let me find it, because I feel like we all have felt this way before. Here it is. It says, trying to heal while trying to grieve, while trying to live, while trying to dream, while trying to smile, while trying to give love, while trying to be loved. And so I feel like that's what that person's energy is in right now. They're trying to do all of this stuff, but they don't have the capacity to really do it all. And they're not aware that eventually, if they don't stop, if they don't slow it down, they're going to drop something. And in a way, kind of make things worse, because it would depend on what they drop. It can mess up a lot of other things in their life. So it's really about them needing to find this balance and like not overwhelm themselves with everything and trying to make sure everything is in order and is perfect. I feel like this person definitely tries to, you know, they're like a perfectionist in a way where they want everything to look a certain way to the world and to the society, but behind closed doors, it's a different story. So I feel like they put up a front and, try to show one side of things, but then behind closed doors, they're really emotional, they got a lot going on, and they try to keep up this facade in a way. So that's what I'm getting, that this person is like not sharing with you at this time. So hopefully they take it easy on themselves and just like do what they can and work things out within themselves and, not do the most. All right. So that was for Brittany. Hey, Molly Meep. Nope, the list is still open. Hey, Ivy. All right. I think, Jenny, did you just have a pendulum question? Because if so, I can do your pendulum question now. Okay, perfect. I'll do your pendulum question now, Jenny. And then we'll do Richie's questions next. I'm going to put Rosalie in parentheses so I remember that she still has stuff to do. Okay. All right. The question is, when will she meet Michael the Scorpio? Let's see. All right. This is for Jenny. When will she meet Michael the Scorpio? There's Rosalie. When will she meet? Move this around. Okay. When will she meet Michael the Scorpio? Uh-oh. I don't think they're gonna answer it. Okay, what about, will you all give us the month that she'll meet him? Okay, no. How about the day she'll meet him? Okay, they'll give us the day, I think. You're gonna give us the day? Okay, what day will she meet the Scorpio? What day? On a Friday. That's all they're gonna give you. A Friday. A Friday, Jenny. A Friday. Hey, Amira. Nope, you didn't miss your turn. You did not. Your turn is, let's see, after witches. So we got one more, and then it'll be your turn. I'm going to take a screenshot of your questions, Rosalie, just in case they disappear on my end. All right. Witchy, you're up next. At least you got a day. At least you got a day. Okay, I'm curious when the move is going to happen and where. All right, this is for Witchy. Okay. First card is the God of Cups. Ooh, and the Fool. Definitely during Cancer season. So June, July. I feel like wherever you're going to move to, it's definitely, I won't say it's a big city, but it's a city where it has like a nice downtown. So like, like there's some places that really don't have downtowns. Like this place will have a downtown. So I'm trying to think of a place that has like a decent size downtown, but it's not like a New York City type of thing. I feel like Chicago's still too big. I don't know. But yeah, some type of city. Where there will be like a nice downtown with like good shops and tall buildings, but nothing overwhelming like New York City or anything. Let's see if we can get like anything else they want to say about that. The God of Wands. It seems like whatever city you end up moving to, either you're going to meet, that person in that city, or they're going to live very close to the city. So like, let's say you live in the downtown of the city, they might live in the suburbs of the city. So that's one thing to take note of too. And that's, even though this is not like a cat, like, like a domestic cat, but it's just like, I think of like Marvin and your other kitty. So they'll be there with you and they'll enjoy it. I feel like the person you'll meet will have a cat as well, or they love cats. Is that something? I know that wasn't part of your question, but they just wanted me to say that. But yeah, I feel like your move will happen I'm hearing 2022, but also at the very beginning or like spring, not springtime, like the summer of 2023. So it just depends on, you know, how ready and willing you're to do this move, right? Because if you're resistant towards it, then delays and blockages will happen. But if you're ready to go and willing to do it, then it can happen next year for sure. So next year, Cancer season, or 2023 Cancer season. But yeah, that's what I got. All right, up next is Amira. I hope I'm saying your name right. Yay, I just saw your message, Rosalie. Congratulations. I feel like that was one of your questions like a long time ago. Like, would you pass your test or something? All right, this is for Amira. Put your name on the screen. All right, your question is, who's coming towards me in love? Let's see. I won't be on live this Saturday because I'm going to do stuff with my mom and grandma for like an early birthday celebration. But I might go live on Sunday, and well, I probably won't be on live that late because I was like, we can bring in my birthday together. No, but we can do like a pre-birthday live on Sunday if I'm all done with all of my shenanigans over the weekend. All right, who's coming towards you in love? This is for Amira. Who is coming towards her in love? Who is coming towards her in love? Okay, we have the Ten of Wands, the Hermit, the Three of Wands. Let's see, one more card. Who is coming towards her in love? And the Three of Pentacles. Very nice. Very nice. All right. So in terms of who is coming towards you, I feel like this person, they're going to show up in your life after you fully have learned the lesson and showed the universe that have shown the universe that you've learned this lesson, and let it go is one of the things I'm getting. And I feel like they're coming in at that time because they don't want you to, it's like they designed this person for you in such a way that you're going to be excited and so grateful for it, and they don't want you to do anything that pushes it away, right? And so they want to make sure like you're in a space where like you got rid of whatever you needed to get rid of, you healed a lot, and that's when they step up to you. That's when they come towards you. And that could be now, like if you've done the work and you've been healing and stuff, and they are on their way to you. But it's really important that you show that you have learned a lot of the big lessons that you needed to learn when it came to like self-love and just healing, and also like boundaries. I'm hearing boundaries is one of the lessons that you had to learn, or that you're going to start learning more of at this time. I feel that in terms of like their traits, this person is someone that is very patient. They are intuitive in a way, like they're intelligent, but they have like a little bit of intuition too. So they could be on a spiritual like journey as well, where they're learning about, you know, their ancestors and just like how to connect with spirit and source, God, however you want to call it. I'm also getting that this person is big on family and partnership. Like, I think that's another reason why Spirit is saying you got to make sure that you cut all the ties that you have to cut that are connected to anything that's like loose, you know, that hasn't been resolved or hasn't been, you know, like it hasn't ended, because this person is about commitment. So once they meet you, once you guys hit it off, they're going to be ready to like, let's date officially. Like, let's do this officially. Let's move this forward. It's not saying like, oh, they're going to just rush and try to marry you in 2 days, but it's more so like they know what they want. And when someone is dating with a purpose and they know what they want and what they're ready for, they're not going to waste time. And so I feel like that's why Spirit is giving you this message now, to like make sure you have all your ducks in a row and you're ready to go do whatever soul searching, whatever self-discovery you have to do to get yourself in alignment with, you know, your higher self and your higher purpose, but also with your future person's higher self as well. And that way your paths can be aligned and you know, in sync with one another. But I definitely get that you are getting closer to meeting them. It seems like you're doing a great job going along your path and doing the work that you need to be doing. You should continue to allow your ancestors and guides to, you know, guide you and to be there for you and assist you during this. And continue to invest in yourself, whether that be, you know, physically, like, you know, getting your hair done, getting your nails done, or doing, you know, soul work, whatever it is. Continue to invest in yourself because it will be worth the investment. And that person's going to notice it and really appreciate it. Because I think when you think about it, we appreciate people that take time to take care of themselves, you know, externally, but also internally as well. And I think that's what they're going to value and appreciate with you. Like, you found the light within yourself and you have the ability to show that light and shine that light, you know, confidently. So that's what Spirit has to say. So I know you might be like, when is it going to happen? It's really all about you showing your guides and your ancestors and God, like, I'm doing the work and I'm doing it and I feel good about it and I'm ready for it. And then that's when they'll give you access to it, because they don't want you to, you know, misuse this gift, this person. Because you wouldn't want someone to do that to you either, right? So it's like they want to make sure everybody's ready for this huge opportunity in love. Okay? They're going to have some strong fire in their chart also. All right. Hey, Charlie Poppin'. Hey, Kanae. Alrighty. Up next is, you're welcome, my dear. Up next is Arminta. All right. All right, let me pull up your questions, Arminta. Okay. Here we go. Uh-oh. Okay. First question. All right, cool. Hey, Divine Pearls of Insight. Okay, first question, their thoughts. What were their thoughts? A lot of cards. The Lovers, the Son of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Son of Cups. So it's kind of funny because, like, I think, yeah, you mentioned in that message too, this person definitely wants more kids. I feel like they want another son. Is one of the things that I get. I think that they love, like, they love obviously our child together, so which is why they want another child. I'm also getting that this person might look at that opportunity as a way for you guys to start like a relationship or some type of connection again. And I think we talked about this in another reading where I said that's what they do want that, and they might try to, you know, maneuver that way into your life. But if you don't want that, you have to be very stern and like clear, like, this is not what we're doing. We're only going to do the co-parenting thing. I do get that this person is going to be like, they don't mind co-parenting with you, but it's like they want more to it. And that could be kind of messy sometimes, where their feelings might kind of get overly invested in something, and it can interfere with the co-parenting like schedule or like, dynamic. But it's all about setting those clear boundaries and having that conversation with them. So that's the key. But they don't mind co-parenting with you, but they do want more than the co-parenting part. So just putting that out there. Okay. Next one, how did he feel? Oh wait, that was the one. How did he feel about it? Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups. I feel like this person definitely, like, they had different views on it, and feelings about it. Like, they were like, oh, a little down about it, but also because they want more. So it's like, it's kind of like somebody saying like, you really like somebody, but the other person says like, oh, I love you as a brother, I love you as a sister. You're just like, oh, but I like you as a, as a romantic partner. So that's kind of how he felt in a way. I also see that this person, they might try to, like, they're going to co-parent with you, but I feel like they might try to show you like, look, I've changed, look, I'm better than what I was before, give me a chance, give me a shot. So you can see them in a different light. And I feel like you're still going to be like, we're just going to co-parent, that's it. But that's something that they've been thinking about. Like, they might, try to dress up a little bit more, try to, look a certain way when you come around, or just act differently to just show you like, hey, I have changed, or I am trying to get better, just to see if that will change your mind. All right, the next one. Let's see. So what'd you get by another deck of Ten of Cups? I feel like if you go in it with the intention of getting, pregnant, then, and that's what they want to, it will happen. But I also feel like it's about deciding if you want to even give this person a chance, romantically, or like just to date them again, like start it in that type of way. You don't have to jump into a fledged full like relationship, but more so like, if you were to say like, okay, how about we date each other just to see if we still vibe or if there's anything there in that type of way. Um, because I feel like they want it so badly with you, and they're going to do their best to like show you like, hey, give it a chance, give it a shot. But it's all about you and like what you want to, because it can't just be one-sided. In terms of like, how will you feel about it? Will you like it? Will it be good? I think you will enjoy it. I think they either have learned different techniques and just different ways to connect with your body that makes it better than what you remember it to be. And I don't know, and you might look at him differently after it, or you might look at him a little bit differently before it starts, like the foreplay or whatever it is that he does to get things going. And I think that's why they're saying like, think about what you really want. And if you want to just like slowly date this person, and dating doesn't have to be super serious. Like, you could just like, okay, well, if you're interested in dating again, like, we can try that out and just see how they act, how they handle it. Do they actually court you? Do they actually take care of you on a date? Do nice things? Or do they just like, like, oh, because we already know each other and have a child together, I don't have to do much. Like, so yeah, that is what I have. I just saw your message with you. I hate the city. Why? But I do remember it not being a big city. So maybe it would be, the right size city for you. Let's see. I see you typing something, Arminta. No day. We've never been together. So maybe they might treat you differently this time, and like actually take the initiative to date you. That could be exciting, but who knows? It's all about how they handle it. All right. So up next is Eva. All right, Eva, you said self-love reading and higher self messages. You got it. All right. All right. Self-love reading. We're going to start here. So I feel like in terms of what you're doing well at this time is allowing yourself to feel the things and the emotions that you kept hidden for a while, but also may have been scared to feel. Like sometimes, you know, we think like, oh, I can't think a bad thought, or because if I do, it's going to manifest, and then it's going to do this and this and this and that. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. It's more so like if you keep harboring those negative energy and that mindset, then it just festers, and then that's when you really start to create the reality that you don't want, because you're not letting it go. You're just holding on to it in a way and letting it kind of like self-sabotage in a way. So I feel like you're doing a good job of like allowing yourself to feel and just go through the emotions. And there might have been a period where you either had a mini breakdown or a crying spell, or you're going to have one soon, because the full moon is coming up too. And that's always a period where you're cleansing and releasing things. And so I feel that that is something you should allow yourself to feel and experience, so you can release a lot of things that just no longer serve you anymore and that just been holding you back. I'm also getting that you're doing a good job of like, you know, just taking it. You're doing a good job of allowing yourself to be a priority. So maybe there are times where like you don't prioritize yourself as much as you should. You just kind of like, oh, I'll deal with it later. I'll just focus on this now. I'll just do this work stuff now. But you don't let yourself feel. You don't let yourself. You didn't let yourself, feel what you needed to feel, or put yourself first. But now you're prioritizing your health and your well-being, your mental health. You're allowing yourself to have these moments where you're crying and you're releasing things. You're allowing yourself to relax. You're allowing yourself to just be present and understand what you need at this time, right? And so that's a really good thing, because sometimes we just try to carry the weight of the world and we try to ignore everything or just not deal with something, and then it just hits you, and then you just start crying, or you're feeling sad. And I feel like you're allowing yourself to really understand, like, if I need to do this, I'm going to do it. If I need to cry, I need to cry. If I need to, yell about something in the shower, I'll do it. Give me your space to do that, as well. In terms of like things that you can work on to continue your self-love journey and your healing journey, definitely, one of the biggest things I'm hearing them say is like, congratulate yourself for getting this far. Congratulate yourself for pushing through and, moving along this journey, even when it feels like you're by yourself, right? And that's something we sometimes ignore, that we don't pay attention to. We're like, oh, that's not that big of a deal. But it's really a great big deal, because it's like you are healing. Healing is huge, going through your shadow work is huge. And I feel that you have to pat yourself on the back more. You have to congratulate yourself more. You have to celebrate those successes. No, it doesn't matter how big or small you think it is. Do it, because you deserve it, and you should be proud of yourself, because it's not easy and you're getting through it, right? The next thing I'm hearing them say with self-love is like, don't fight yourself on stuff. Like, if you can feel it If you said like you're doing something, you're like, I have a bad idea about this. Don't fight yourself on it. Don't say, oh no, it's just me and my anxiety. No, like if you feel it and it's just coming innate to you, it's for a reason. So don't fight yourself. Don't fight your healing. Don't fight your intuitiveness, right? And your intuition. Trust it and believe it, and also know that you are having it for a reason, right? Because sometimes we'll second guess ourselves, like, oh, maybe it's just me. And it could also be, I'm hearing them say, you may have dealt with either a narcissist or somebody with narcissistic traits that kind of like would gaslight you. And that caused you to second guess yourself. That caused you to doubt yourself a lot. And so it's kind of like second nature for you to do that. And so that's why Spirit is saying, like, don't fight yourself. Don't second guess yourself anymore. Trust yourself and what you believe. All right. Let's see what else we get. We have, I embrace change. We have, I am open to receive. So I feel like this is just letting you know that you have to embrace the change and be open to receive all of the blessings and the gifts and opportunities that you deserve, because you deserve it. And I get what I'm looking at her back, and it's like you have gone through a lot. You have experienced some, in a way I'm hearing them say like mental abuse in a way. So that could be like the gaslighting energy that I was feeling. And you have your scars, but your scars are beautiful. And so know that your scars tell a story, and that also you can embrace your change, and you should be welcome. You should be open to receive all the beauty that you deserve and all the gifts that you deserve as well. And don't let anyone make you feel like you don't deserve that. And at the bottom of the deck we have, I am blessed. Because you are gifted. You are loved. And it's like that reminder. So now let's get you some higher self messages. I'm going to put these up here. All right, what does your higher self want to say to you at this time? What does your higher self want to say to you at this time? All right, we have cards falling out of my hand. Okay, we have, oh, look at that. I am good enough. Number 21. I like that. So your higher self wants you to know that you are good enough. Like I said, you deserve everything that you want, everything that you desire. You're good enough. Next, we have, I am passionate. So I feel like this is connected to you understanding that it's okay to want the things that you want. It's okay to have a set vision or a goal for yourself. Because I really feel like, I don't know why I keep getting ready to say this stuff, but it's like this person, maybe this narcissistic person, they just made you feel like you were weird or silly to believe something or to think you can get something. But they were just honestly insecure about their own selves, and that's why they put that on you and projected that energy onto you to make you feel like you couldn't get something or that you couldn't do it. When in reality, you can do it. And so I feel like it's all about you understanding that you're good enough to receive whatever it is that you want, whatever it is, you know, and to not let that energy take control of your thoughts and of your future anymore. Release it, let go of it. We have, I am ready. But when I look at this card, she looks sad. She looks scared. You know, she looks nervous. Like, am I really ready for this? And it's like, you are ready. And I feel like a lot of that, you know, gaslighting energy just really, in a way, traumatized you, you know, and it made you feel like, you know, will I ever get something new? Will there ever be something better? And the answer is yes. And so I'm going to read this one for you because they want me to read it for you. All right, we have, you are ready for something new. It may be scary, but know that the universe is always supporting you. It may not be easy, but it will help you grow. There are a lot of things we can't be prepared for, but we learn along the way. You may never feel ready for some of the greatest things in your life. Sometimes you just have to do it and figure it out along the way. You may have heard the phrase, done is better than perfect. If you've been wondering whether you are good enough, did we not just get that card? Did we not just get the card? Good enough or experienced enough to do something, this card is telling you, yes, you are. So the journal prompts that you can like think about, you know, whether you want to write it down or just like have a conversation with yourself are, what are you avoiding? What have you been wanting to do but have not felt ready for? What is it that you're waiting for? What is holding you back? When will you be ready? What if you simplify and start with an N, and then fill in the missing pieces later. And then it says the description: a woman covers her face. She's holding herself back, uncertain if she's ready to take that leap. The key words here are fear, action, ready. So that's the big message that your higher self want to say to you right now. It's just like, don't hold yourself back. You are ready. You are enough. Don't hold yourself back. Let that go. All of that junk from that person go. Release them. Get rid of them. Because you deserve the future that you want. Okay? So that is what I got for you. I hope that was helpful. Let's just say, has anybody? Yeah, I've talked to Nina, I think last week. She sent me an email. She's been busy. But she's good. She's doing well. All right. Next is Sai. Alrighty, so Sai, let me pull up your questions. Okay, Molly, you sent the PayPal. I got it. Let me add you to the list as well. All right. Alrighty, Sai. I need a new charger. All right. Okay, just pull up your questions. All right, so you just said searching number one. What's going on with him? And he is working on separating. Let's see. This is for Sai. All right. I feel like this person they're working on it. But the problem is she is doing her best to keep it. Like she doesn't want to go out with a fight. She wants to go out with a fight. Like if she loses it, she wants to go out with a fight and know that she did everything that she could do in her power to like keep it. So yes, they're working on it, getting rid of her, but she's also like, I'm gonna do what I can to keep it. So that's for the first question. For the second one, how do you feel now to hear from me after not for months? Let's see. Oh, this like literally jumped out, 4 of Wands. So I think they were really nice. They were excited to hear from you. It probably wasn't the way that they hoped to hear from you. You know, like they probably thought like, oh, she's going to be like super lovey-dovey and all of this extra stuff. But, you know, it was just, you know, you told them what you needed help with and blah, blah, blah. But I think they were really happy to see your name show up on their phone and just to hear from you. Let's see what else we get. Yeah, Son of Swords. They were happy to hear from you. They might like reach out. Well, of course, if they're going to do the thing that you told them to do, they're going to be in contact with you about it. But they probably will also like, you know, check up on you while you're away. Just like, oh, how's, you know, the city that you're in right now, like how's things there, how's your whatever, going, vacation trip, whatever you want to call it. Ace of Wands, they might try to give you some loving as well. They might try to schedule an appointment to do that. But they miss you. They definitely miss you. They're happy to hear from you. They're really, excited that you reached out, even if it was just for them to do something for you. Because it kind of lets them know, like, okay, she's not over me, or she's not done with me, I should say, because he's not over you. All right. All right, that's what I got for you, my dear. That's what I got for you. You're welcome. All right, up next is Rosalie. All right, I got your pendulum question. This is for Rosalie. All right, number 1. Will I like my new clinic? All right, will Rosalie like her new clinic? Will she like her new clinic? We got a yes. Next one, when will I end up back at my old clinic? When will she end up back at her old clinic? I don't know if they're telling us no or they're telling us March. Okay, are you telling us you're not answering that question? Are you telling us in March, and like whatever year, the month of March? So sometime in March. I don't think it's going to necessarily be next year March, but I think that might be like a year or so from now. Like not the upcoming March, but like the next one that's coming. So what would that be, 2023 March maybe? Or who knows? It could be sooner than that. All right, next one. Around what time, month, year will I meet my SM? Let's see what they give us. Let's see if they give us what they're going to give us. As you know, Spirit doesn't like to answer the timing too much. All right, will you tell us the year? No. Will you tell us the month? Okay, they're going to tell us the month. What month will she meet this person? Looks like it's going to November. So we haven't reached November yet. So who knows? I guess we'll see if it's going to be this November or like next November. That's exciting. All right, questions are, how will my time be at the new clinic I'll be working at? Let's see. How will her time be at the clinic that she's working at? 5 of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Star. I feel like when you first get there, in a way you're going to have like, I won't say a lot to learn, but you're going to have to learn, a significant amount of things. And once you learn it, once you get, your, get everything, your footing, and understand, know your place, like in that setting, like learn what your place will be and like how to create your space there, you'll be fine. I get that it's important for you to stand on your ground and to just know that you know your stuff. So don't let anyone like try to make it seem like you don't know what you're doing or you don't know what to do or how to do it. Just learn from people, but also know like, oh, I know how to do some of this stuff already, but not in a cocky way, more so like, oh yeah, this is what I learned in so-and-so. This is when I learned blah, blah, blah. So they know like, okay, she knows her stuff. I don't have to train her too much or like show her the ropes, for too long. But yeah, I think you will be fine. All right, the next one is, what is my younger sister issue with me? What is your younger sister's issue with you? We got the 10 of Wands, or 10 of Swords, sorry. 10 of Swords, the Goddess of Cups, and the Goddess of Wands. I don't know, there might be this energy of like, maybe she felt like you were, in a way, the star of the family, or you got the most attention. There's some type of attention here. Like, issue that I'm getting, like maybe they didn't get enough attention when they were, younger, or maybe you get a lot of praise now and they don't get a lot of, affection or attention in a way. And so it's like kind of a little bit of jealousy. It's like the battle of the sisters is what I'm hearing too. I'm also getting like there's a part of her that feels like you left her. And I don't know if it's like, you left the home earlier, or, you did leave the home because you got a job or you went to school or whatever. And she was in the household kind of by herself in a way. And I feel like there's like this resent energy that I'm feeling, but also I don't know, I feel like there's like this abandonment. Like she feels like you left her, you abandoned her in some way. And that wasn't your intention. Like you didn't even think of that as a thing, you know? And so I feel that it comes from the issues come from abandonment issues, like connected to you and maybe your mother, or like maybe some other parent in the household, but also it comes from the issues come from like jealousy too. Like she she's just like envious of you because maybe you look a certain way and she wants to look like that, or you have a certain trait or feature that she wants that you have, little things like that. And I think that she's struggling with who she is as a person, and so maybe that's why there's this energy of like envy and this energy of like, oh, she just abandoned me or she just left me, and so it just kind of she struggles with that self-love and just knowing where she fits in a way. So I don't think she knows her place yet in the world, and so it's a lot. I'm getting it's so many different things that she's struggling with that you probably are not aware of. And honestly, it would take a long time to go through all of it. But I feel like those are the two big ones. And I think the best way that spirit wants you guys to kind of like, figure this out is maybe just like have a conversation. And it doesn't have to be like, oh, what's your problem with me? But it's like, maybe you say like, hey, I feel sad that we don't connect the way that we used to, or that we don't talk as much as we used to, whatever it is. But I do feel like she feels alone when it comes to like this sister relationship. And that's not something that's weird or like, abnormal. There are times where like you hear about sisters that like we hated each other when we were younger, and we didn't, reconcile our sisterhood until we were 30. Like I heard stories like this all the time. So it's like, don't feel bad if you feel like, oh, this is something that shouldn't have happened and it's your fault or it's just weird. Like, no, this could be something where in a past life, maybe your sister was a karmic, you know, and in this lifetime, she is like your sister again and she's still the karmic, or this karmic has transformed to be your sister in this lifetime to like teach you a lesson, to help you grow and to help this person grow. So it's kind of like a lot of ways you can look at it, but the idea is that there's some healing that she has to experience and just conversations that need to be had, honestly. All right, next, checking on my future DM. Literally, your future DM is like, boom, here I am. He was like, I was waiting on this question. The Lovers, the Sun, the Ace of Swords, literally divine masculine energy in this card. And then the Lovers is obviously a very loving card to get. And then the Ace of Swords, I feel like your DM is letting you know that I'm hearing them say time is of the essence. And I hear them also saying that they're coming. They're on their way. They're coming. I'm almost there. And this looks like a like the veil that the bride wears. Like, how it's usually a little piece, like a piece that they connect on their hair, and then it has like the veil. That's what that looks like to me. And so I feel like this person is like, I'm ready to meet you. I'm ready to start dating and being with you. So I like that. And then the next question is, let me go back. Any advice from spirit guides have to offer to me at this time? Let's see. Thanks, Ivy. You like my bracelets? That's funny. Spirit said keep that card. Empress, the High Priestess, and the Son of Pentacles. I feel like the advice that Spirit has for you at this time is to continue to... Hey, Rosalie, we're on your reading. We're on your last question, so definitely go back, a significant amount of time. to see the beginning of it. I didn't put your name on the screen, so whenever you see the pendulum board, that's when I started your reading. To watch a lot of the things that you planted grow, or like grow, but also some of the things that you have held on, like your babies, they're going to be birthed. So like visions, dreams, goals. Um, you know, I'm also seeing that either at your new clinic, after a short period of time, you're going to either get promoted or like recognized in a way for your hard work. And or like a small salary increase, or there's some type of like, here you go for doing the great job that you do here as well. I think it is more so like it'll be definitely connected to your work and like money. So whether it's like a small bonus or a little bit more pay, something of that nature. Um, as well. What else does Spirit want to tell you at this time? Spirit is also telling you to take the steps that you need to take to invest in your future. So I hear that they actually do want you to physically invest. Like actually, if you haven't already, like start some type of investing fund, whether it be with stocks, cryptocurrency, whatever it is. Like do your research, of course, but like and it can be like a small amount. They want you to kind of like figure out what ways can you grow your money, and it could be like, oh, you flip properties or you buy something and then you rent it out, whatever it is. See what investment efforts you think will be best for you and what you're able to handle at this time or in the future. Like sometimes you might not be able, like you might start an investment and you can only donate like $100 every couple of months or whatever. And then next year you might be able to do way more than that. So it's kind of like just starting slow, but getting your feet wet with it. So when it's time for you to invest more into it, it just grows, tremendously. And then you see the growth of it and you are able to enjoy it later. Okay. That's what I got for you, Rosalie. Yep, I did your charms. So the first part of your reading with the charms, the love notes, the ancestral messages, and I think that's all of it. That I did earlier in the video, way towards the beginning, and I put your name on the screen, I think. So after Anastasia, you will see your first part of your reading. So yeah. But I broke it up because I felt like I could still do the beginning part of your reading without you here, and then I could do the rest when you get back. All right. So up next is, let's see. Um, Jolly Poppins. All right, Jolly Poppins. Tennessee, Deluxe Charmies Letters and Mini Tarot. Is this new job opportunity good for me, or should I stay where I am? All right. Let's see. For some reason, Spirit wants me to do Tiny Tarot first, so we'll do that. Usually, this is like the last thing that I do. All right. So we have the Fool. We have We have the Eight of Wands in reverse. I usually don't do reversals, but I'm going to keep it that way. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Death card. And then we have the Seven of Swords as well in reverse. So we have two reversals here. And three upright cards. So just starting with that, I feel like one of the big messages they're saying is you will have to make it like you're in this dilemma where like, do I stay here or do I go to the new opportunity? But it's important to not jump ahead of yourself. So definitely weigh out the pros and cons. And, if you feel like this new opportunity is going to be solid and it matches what you want to do for the next year or two, whatever it is, then continue to do research on it, continue to pray about it and see what guidance you get, but don't jump in it too quickly, because then you might put yourself in a situation where like, dang, maybe I should have stayed where I was, or maybe I should have took that opportunity. So that's why it's about important for you to think about it and then reflect on it a little bit before you make the final decision. I'm getting also this vibe that seeming something doesn't look like what it seems. So I don't know if that's necessarily what you're in now or what you're thinking about doing next. But that's why they're saying take your time before you just jump into it, because you want to make sure it's like a good opportunity for you. All right, let's do letters. Oops. All right, I see phone. So I don't know if you have like a phone interview with this new opportunity or something connected with the phone. I'm curious to know what they mean by this phone. I might pull a tarot card to go with that. But we'll see. I'll get you some more letters. All right. I want to spell choose, but we don't have an S. I'm going to steal one. Choose phone. Could you be waiting to hear back from them? There's something connected with this phone energy. Hey, Gloria. We have win. Whatever opportunity you think will give you the, I don't know, like the most wins in a way. I don't know how to word it, but like that's how they kind of want me to say it. Oh, thank you so much, Gloria. I love you too. I hope you're having a good time at work, and I hope it goes by quickly. But I will say, like, when you make your decision, make sure you're certain of it. Like, you're not gonna be 100% certain about it, but just you have to be confident about it, right? And so I feel that, maybe with the phone, it could represent a conversation that you're going to have on the phone with the other opportunity. And maybe that's a good time for you to ask some questions to really see, is this the right fit for me? There with the Seven of Swords being in reverse, I feel like there could be something that you should mention or talk about with them when you're on the phone with this, like hiring manager, whomever it is that you're going to talk to about this other opportunity, to make sure everything is, you have a clear understanding of it, basically. Because like sometimes you'll read a contract and you're like, oh, this is what it means, and then you sign it, and then I don't know, 2 months later you're like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense, and they're like, oh no, that's what that contract meant, that's what that meant. As well, so clarity on that. So if you had a question like during your interview or something and you didn't ask it, maybe you should do that tomorrow. I think you said somebody's going to call you tomorrow. Let me go back to the chat. HR is going to call you tomorrow. Yeah. So that makes sense why the phone is there. What else? So yeah, I feel like, take it easy. Just pray about it and think about it for a little bit, and then think about it and then pray about what type of clarity you want. Right? And then see what type of clarity you get. Right? So I remember, I can tell you a real quick story just to show you, give you an example. The job that I have now that I love, like I did a lot of praying and setting my intentions for it to make sure that I got something that was a good fit for me, not even a good fit, the perfect fit for me in a way. And one of the things that I remember was when I was, applying for jobs, I remember saying to myself, I don't want to do the job at the time that I left again. I don't want to do that type of work again. Like I was so adamant about it. And I ended up getting a job that was closer to like where I lived at the time and literally doing the exact same thing that I said I was going to stop doing. And I was like, "Ooh, I got the job." But I was still interviewing for this job that I have now. And I was like, "Well, I don't know if I got this job yet. I'm afraid, like, what if I, miss an opportunity?" But I was like, I got to have faith and stand on my ground and stand on what I said and what I told the universe and what I told my ancestors and my guides what I was doing. And I said, I'm not doing this type of work anymore. I'm going to do this type of work. Or I'm going to be in an environment that's X, Y, and Z and all of this stuff. This, that, and the third. So literally, told the other opportunity, no, I'm gonna wait this out with my other opportunity. And as we know, I got the job. So, and it's been, I think, what, 3.5 years since then. And like I said, I still love it. So you will know what's right for you. The purpose of that story was to just show you that if you are true to what you want and you have faith in it, you'll get it. So whatever opportunity it is for you to stay in or to do, you will know what to do. So if it means staying where you are, you'll know. If it means moving on to another opportunity, you'll know. So that's the key. All right, let's get you some shots. All right, so we have fearless. We have I love you. Somebody loves you. Somebody loves you. We have hope. We have angels watching me. We have protected. So also know that whatever you decide to do, you're always going to be protected. So financially, physically too. So know that. And I think that when you have that, look at that faith, we have faith and hope. That's what the Spirit wants you to do. Have faith and hope in these opportunities that are being presented to you, and then trust and know that you're going to get the guidance and the the wisdom that you need to make that final decision. Okay? So that's what I got for you, my dear. I hope that was helpful. All right. Oh no, I dropped the letter on the floor. I'll get it later. All right, I'm gonna close the chat, not the chat, the, what do you call it? The list. So the list is officially closed. All right. All right. Kane, let me find your questions or PayPal. All right. What are TT's intentions and feelings towards me, and what shadow aspect do I need to work on? Ooh, I like that question. That's a good pick a card reading question. I might steal that from you. What was I going to do? Let's do these cards. All right, what are his intentions, or what are their intentions towards you? Temperance, the Goddess of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, that was the first cards that fell on the floor today. The Seven of Swords. The ones that fell on the floor are the God of Cups and the Five of Cups and the Two of Wands. Let me get back in my chair. without knocking over stuff? What are their feelings and intentions towards you? I feel like they do like care about you, and in a way have like your best interest at heart. There's a part of them that they're not sharing with you, that they're not showing you, and it doesn't necessarily mean like they're doing something, sneaky or terrible, but it's like maybe they don't feel vulnerable enough to expose that part of themselves. And that could literally just be like, oh, I don't want to tell her about my childhood, or I don't want to tell her about, my upbringing, or whatever it is. There's something that they don't want to share, that they don't really share with other people, just because they don't want to be judged or looked down upon on in a way. Um, I'm also getting that this person, they feel like you bring peace into the space, into the setting, whether when you talk to them or when they're around you. So they like that about you. But it's like it's like their ego, or, some part of traumatized part of them tells them to still keep their distance from you. Not because you're doing something wrong, it's just because it's a defense mechanism for this person. Like I said, they don't want to show too much of themselves. That's what I get. And then for the second question, what shadow aspect should you work on or need to work on? The Strength card, the Two of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. I'm feeling like one of the things that they want you to work on, like shadow aspect, um, I'm hearing like there's this overly independent energy with you. And that could be, I've seen this on TikTok before, where like, what did she like say? She was just saying like people that are overly independent, they can do it themselves. Like it um, comes from your like your childhood, or in a time where you felt like you had to take care of yourself more than the person that was supposed to take care of you, in a way. Like maybe a parent lacked in the area, or like you just felt like you had to do this um, for yourself, and protect yourself in a way. I'm trying to think what I'm gonna look at. Let's see. Overly independent. Like what's the, I don't know the word, the trauma behind it is, or like why. Yeah, I don't see it on here. Like I can't find it. I wish I could explain it better and remember it so I can explain it better. But there's this energy of like you do everything yourself because maybe growing up someone like your family wasn't reliable, or there's also this energy of like needing to be in control, because that's why you want to do it yourself in a way, but like knowing when to let someone else take the lead. It's like a mixture of things, like trust issues, um, people lack of accountability, um, different things, right? So I definitely feel like it's important for you to work on that, And what, maybe that's the question you can think about, is like, in what ways do I feel like I have to overcompensate due to the lack of somebody else's effort, or due to the lack of somebody's, how do I word it, in a way of like, responsibility, if that makes sense. And so that's one thing to think about. Also, too, not there's like all women in this card they want me to focus on. So maybe there's a relationship with your mother, grandmother, sister, aunt. There's some feminine energy here that you should do some digging on, and like your connection with that feminine energy. So like, how's your relationship with your mom? Do you see yourself, doing some of the things that you hated that she did when you were younger, or now that you're older, in yourself? Like there are traits that we get from our parents, even if we don't want to be like our parents. We're like, oh, I'll never be like my mother. But you're going to do something just like her. You don't realize it until later. Like my mom is very sarcastic, and I'm sarcastic. And I used to hate when she'll do certain stuff. And it's like, I do that now, but I don't do it because I'm aware of it. I make sure I do it in a way where it's not like, hurtful to somebody else or they feel some type of way about it. So that is the big ones that I'm getting for you. So definitely working on those things. And also, you know, there's so many different levels to shadow work. Like you start with your family, then you go to yourself, and then you go to, your love life. Like there's so many levels to it. And so starting from the root, the beginning of it, which starts with your childhood and your family. Your family is literally the first community you ever meet when you are born. Like that's whoever your family is, that's your first community. And so understanding that community and what do you take from them, and what do you want to break? Like what generational curses do you want to break, and cycles do you want to break? Because that's important, because when you figure out like, oh, my family is known for doing a lot of this stuff, I don't want to do that. You start to realize what ways you need to like work on that, and not avoid it, but also make sure it doesn't continue the cycle, because you can stop something, but just because you stop it doesn't mean you broke it, if that makes sense. Like you broke the cycle. So it's important to make sure that you break the cycle, and then you continue to teach your next generations like what to do and what not to do, so then they can keep doing that. And it's like you do like a spiritual healing of it, but then you also like do physical work too. Okay, so that's what I got for you, Kane. All right, up next is Amira. Uh-oh, somebody got deleted. Ooh. I wonder what this person was saying. Thank you for handling it, Heather. You're welcome. It's really nice doing this live like this early. I'm not going to be doing them this early, probably in like September or so, but I just did it now because I was like, I'm in the mood to like, do a live early today. All right. What are my dad true thoughts about me? I feel like he doesn't really like me. He favors my sister and brother over me. Let's see. Spirit was like, we got a lot to say. Okay. We got the God of Wands, we got the Wheel of Fortune, we got the Four of Pentacles, and we got the Son of Wands. So I definitely get that he does favor the sun, probably maybe the most out of like all of y'all. Um, in terms of his thoughts about you, I feel like your dad, I feel he has, it's weird because it's like you trigger him. And it's not because you do something intentionally to trigger him. You just trigger him because of how you are. And I feel that it could be just the way that you handle things and how you are, and how you like your beliefs and your morals and your values are something that just triggers him because either one, he wanted to have stuff like that or to be that way, but also I'm trying to think, give an example that kind of gives it a better picture. Um, let's say I'm gonna use like I'll try to use like a dad and a daughter. So I was gonna try to do an example like a mom and a daughter, but with a dad and a daughter, let's say the dad is a single parent, like a single dad or whatever, and you start dating a guy that's like really good to you, like handsome, has everything together, all of that jazz, right? And let's say the dad doesn't have all of that stuff. Like he doesn't have like the best of jobs or he doesn't have the best living situation. And so because you set high expectations for yourself and what you want in your life, they can become triggered by that because then they feel like they're inadequate. They don't have enough. Um, and so I feel like in a way they just I don't want to say are jealous, but it's just like they look at you as competition in a way. So that's the first thing. They look at you as competition. I also see this person, it's like they're holding on to something. So maybe there was something that happened in the past and they are it's like they carry it over your head. So they may have mentioned it to you before, like, this is why this happened, or this is your fault, or this is why we don't have this, kind of like that type of energy. And that could be why they keep piling up on you. So it could have been something where they just feel like, I'm gonna blame this person, this kid of mine for it, because it just makes the best sense to do it at the time. Because I can't do it with the other ones. I like the other ones because they do a lot of what I say. And that could also be another thing too. Like maybe I won't say you question their authority, but like you push them in a way that maybe the other kids don't do. And he hates that. But I feel like he's holding on to something. I feel like your brother is the one that kind of gets away with anything for some reason. And I mean, like I could see a son and a dad like letting their son get away with more stuff than like their daughter. Um, there's something about time here too. So whatever this thing is that he's still like holding on to that he could be upset with you about or hasn't quote unquote forgiven you about, it happened a long time ago and it's like he still tries to like carry it over your head in a way. Let's see what else we get. It's a lot. Let's see. So we have the lover. Oops, we have the lovers, and then we have the sun. So maybe it was something with a relationship, like that they had with somebody, or maybe with your mom. Um, ooh, I see something here. So like I'm looking at it this way because you have the lovers, and when I look at the lovers, I always think of divine masculine and feminine energy. I think of the sun and the moon, right? And in this card, we just have the sun, which is just the divine masculine energy. So maybe, they think that you broke up their relationship with somebody, whether it be with your mother or some other woman, but there's some type of energy where like, ooh, I'm getting something. It's like maybe they blame you for making them a single parent in a way, if that makes sense. Um, that's very interesting. Like they could have been with someone and then something happened and then it left them to be the one to take care of you or take care of like you and your what do you call them, your siblings. It's a lot of tension here with this with your dad too, for some reason. Um, which could probably be why you're having this question. Let's see. Anything else? We have the hangman. So it seems like there's some boundaries or like restrictions here. Maybe that's what it is too. You don't let them, you stand up for yourself, you fight for yourself more. And that's another thing that dad might not like. Let's see what else. Five of Pentacles. I feel like somebody is just like, your dad feels like locked out or someone doesn't, it's like this, it's a lot of energies going on with this. I feel like he's like honestly it's a lot of tension and it's a lot of built up energy because there's so many different things that are coming out with him in this question. It's like somebody is locked out or doesn't have access in this card. Like they want to get out, but they're not out. It's like with going with the hangman, like that limitation, that restriction for some reason. I'm trying to get a better understanding of these two cards together. Hangman, the Five of Pentacles. What are you trying to say, Spirit, about that? I'm reading the comments now. He's never taken care of me or my siblings, though. You know what's funny is that my twin, his dad didn't take care of like him or his siblings either. But the moment when they graduated college, he wanted to show up and, be this father figure now. And it's like, that could be what his energy is. It's like, even though he may have not taken care of y'all, he'll still try to like use that as a card. Like, oh, I'm a single dad now, or I have to do all of this stuff now, even if he doesn't do it. Like, people love to manipulate situations and make it seem like they're doing all of this work. Really, they're not, All right, reading another comments. The full moon energy already has you crazy. Aw, thank you, Rosalie. Okay, you said your aunts and uncles have raised and take care of you. That's great of them. But yeah, it's a lot. I'm just curious to know why we have the hangman and the Five of Pentacles here. Somebody is locked out. Or somebody feels like they can't move or can't get out in a way with that. But I'm not sure how this ties to the other part of the reading. So it's like this extra, maybe this means something to you. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe feminine energy with these two right here. Maybe it has something to do with your mom and your dad here. Maybe somebody got shut out. Maybe somebody got kicked out. It's a lot. But hopefully that was somewhat helpful. It was just so much. And when it gets like that, it can be kind of hard to get the root of the message or the answer. But I hope that was somewhat helpful, at least. Oh no, it's buffering. You're welcome. All right, Witchy, I know your question was like, are you moving to the city? Goddess of Cups, the Three of Swords. Eight of Swords. No, yeah, Eight of Swords. And the Four of Wands. I think what they're saying with these cards, kind of like how I was saying earlier, it's not going to be like a big city like, New York City or anything, but more so a nice sized city that just fits your needs, but it's not overwhelming or too much for you, if that makes sense. I get that you're going to actually love this place. Like, whatever city you're going to end up moving to, you're going to love it. And I think that's why they're saying like the city you move to is going to be the perfect fit for you. And also where you see, they keep showing the love stuff with you, where you meet that person that you're supposed to like date and be with. And it could be a small city. It doesn't have to be like, big. I'm trying to think of a place here where like kind of like I don't want to say a college town, but like certain places, like they have like a university there, but where the university is, it makes that town or that city feel big, but it's really not that big, if that makes sense. I'm trying to give you an example of like a place. It's not in Canada. I can tell you that for sure, because whatever it is, it seems like it is, it's not a Midwest city. It's not an East Coast city. It's either going to be more south of the U.S. or south of Canada. We'll just say that, south of Canada. So either southern area of like United States, could be the West Coast, or, Mexico. Because I feel like it's still connected on the continent, of what I'm getting this vision of. I wish they'd give us a little insight of what the city is. So it makes sense. But you'll like it. It's not going to be overwhelming. Maybe more so of a small town with like a nice, nice downtown. We have the Four of Swords, so maybe either you're going to start having dreams about where this place is going to be, or you've already started dreaming of this place. Because it seems like you kind of have an insight of what it is, or like where it is. So pay attention to that. Maybe your mom will like share with you in your dreams. All right, the next one is Divine Pearl. We're almost done. All right, Pendulum. Should I book a trip to Philly? For next Tuesday. Should Divine Pearls and Insight book a trip to Philly? Should she book a trip to Philly for next Tuesday? They say yes. And then your tarot question, what does my TF need to know most right now? Let's see. We have Goddess of Swords, Five of Cups. I feel like they want you to know that they're proud of you for doing what makes you happy, doing what you're passionate about. Maybe for for some time, you didn't do that for a while because you were afraid what others would think of you, or how it would turn out. But it's like you're doing what you're meant to do. You're doing it, and you're doing it with confidence. You're doing it with grace, and they really are proud of you. They're also proud of you for pushing through the hard times. I feel like it was really difficult for you in the beginning stages of doing what you do now that you love, just because you weren't sure like how it was going to pan out or how it was going to work out for you. But Spirit is your TF is saying continue to do that, and they're proud of you for doing it. Next, we have the Hangman, and then we have the Eight of Pentacles. See, you're working hard, you're working on that vision and that dream of yours, and you're focused on it. They really are proud of you for doing that, and they know it could be hard at times. The Hangman, I feel like this is just about you not letting anything limit you, by any means, and just going after it. Let's get you some love notes, too. Let's get you some love notes. Let's get some love notes. We have, I hope that you're okay. Do you know how divine you are? Do you know how amazing you are? Of course you do. That's why your name is Divine. Pearls of Insight. Ooh, I want to make love to you. And then we have, I miss you so much. They miss your energy. Even if you haven't met them, you can still miss someone, because they exist in some way. All right, that's what I got for you. All right, up next is, I believe, Adriana. All right, Adriana. Okay. Can I please ask how Christopher Libra is currently feeling about me? He's been trying to reach out to me, but I've been hesitant. Let's see. How does Christopher Libra feel about you? We got the Goddess of Wands. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Judgment card. Let's see what else we get. I'm actually feeling very called to get you some of my Oracle cards too. So I'm going to do that, my Romance Angel cards. I dropped some on the floor. All right, the Star. Let me get some of those. And I haven't used these like at all today, so we get some special cards tonight. What else? How does he feel about her? We have, and then we have Watch Out. Interesting. So 30, someone finally sees the answer that was always right in front of their eyes. The vision is clear, therefore what is to come shall be clear too. And then watch out. This is a warning message. Be aware of gossip, envy, and jealousy. Someone or something is trying to stand in the way of this connection. So, all right. So in terms of like how are they currently feeling about you? I feel like this person is, one, definitely physically attracted to you. They want this to move past this like little stagnant energy that is in right now, because like you said, you've been hesitant to like respond or reach back out to them, and I feel like they want progress, they want to move forward with it. But I do feel like with this Watch Out card, there's a reason why you're hesitant about it, and that's why Spirit is telling you to watch out, be careful, like, you know, proceed with caution. Like if you do want to just see like where things will go or like what's going on with this person, you know, you can, but proceed with caution. And just pay attention to like what they show you, because the answers always come out in people's behaviors. Like people can say all kind of stuff, but you will see it in their actions. You'll see it in how they move and how they behave. And so I feel like if he's hiding something, it's going to come out, and it's going to come out in a way where you just get that clarity, like, aha, I finally get it, I finally see what it is this person was like hiding, or what Spirit wanted me to watch out for. But I do see this person, like, I feel like they're physically obsessed with you, like your body. They think you're very attractive and beautiful. And that can be, it can be problematic, because you don't want to be with someone that's just only attracted to the physical, and, you know, they're not emotionally balanced or wanting to give more emotionally in that way. I do see this person also, I can see them trying to like pressure you to make a decision, or like to talk to them, because they really want to talk to you. Like they really want to get your attention. So, you know, be mindful of that as well. Let's see what else I get. What else about this person? What else about this person? What else? Hey, Anastasia. Oh, you just waking up? Oh, yeah, it's like morning time over there. All right. Yeah, see? 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands. You see how she's like, she has her wand, but she still has to watch her back. So I feel like definitely pay attention to this person and what they're doing with you. If you do talk to them or reach out to them, be mindful like what you send them or what you say to them, so you're safe and, you know, aren't putting yourself in a position where they can use something and it backfires against you, right? So that's what I'm getting. I feel like they, for some reason too, I get like, I hear them say like trophy, like I'm hearing Spirit say trophy. So like maybe they think of you as a prize, or, you know, if I do this, you know, if I get her, then I'm like the ultimate like guy of the world, because I got this beautiful woman. Like I said, they're physically and like kind of obsessed with your beauty, and that's an issue because you want more than that, right? So yeah, watch out for this guy. Okay, up next is Marmite. Hey Solange, I will add you to my list. The list is closed, but I will add you to my list because we're on the last person for the night. So you snuck in right on time. All right, Marlene, let me look up your PayPal. All right, Molly Meat. You're welcome. No worries, my dear. No worries. Okay. Will L and I ever meet in person? Last time frame, if you see it, I just would say. All right, let's see. It's fine. It's fine, Molly Meat. Let's do that. Will you guys ever meet in person? Okay, the Two of Wands fell out. I don't know if I can reach it. Let me see. Without falling. I got it. Okay, Two of Wands. Oh, look at that. The World and the Four of Wands. I do think you guys will meet in person. Um, I think when you all meet in person, you're going to be in a better space, like financially, physically, emotionally, all of that and above, which is really good. But I feel like you guys are getting closer to meeting each other in person, but it's nothing like you shouldn't, don't stress yourself out about like, when is it going to be? When is it going to be? You're getting closer to it. But I feel like spirit is keeping you all from a distance for a reason. And it might not make sense why right now, but it's like, use this time until you meet to continue to do well and be well and attract many, many great opportunities for yourself. That way, when you all come together, and that's what they should be doing as well too. When you both come together, it's like a good match. It's a good fit because you don't want to be the only person that's like healed and doing well, and they're not. Because then it's like it's just gonna be problematic. But when both of you are like in a better space, then it allows the universe to kind of bring you all together naturally, where it's like, okay, I think they're ready to meet each other now. Because when you don't want to get something when it's not ready, right? That's the first thing that I get with that. Do you see who's traveling towards two? Let's see. I think you're going to be the one that would travel towards them. From what I see in the cards, it's what I feel. Now, it doesn't mean like they can fly you out, and take care of it financially for you. But I see you doing the traveling, however that works out. And then your pendulum question is, will I ever meet my friend? Let's see. Oh, that's pendulum. You never done an international trip? A trip? It'll be fun. All right. Will she ever meet her friends? Will she ever meet her friends? We got a yes. Yes, you will. That makes sense, witchy, to worry about your finances when it comes to moving. I feel like, from now until next year, summertime, a lot can happen with your finances. It can improve tremendously to the point where, like, it's a no-brainer for you to move, and you can move and feel comfortable about it. And then also, there might be some opportunities in that space that you go to that gives you the ability to afford and take care of yourself financially while you're there. That's another thing. So don't, it's okay to be nervous about it, but don't overthink it too much. All right, and then last but not least is Solange. All right, does the Aries miss me or think about me? Let's see. Does this Aries miss you or think about you? Yeah, no time frame on the pendulum. All right. Does he miss you? This Aries. The Death card The Magician and the Five of Swords. Interesting. Here's the thing. I feel like this person every now and then thinks about you, and you do come across their mind. They miss you from time to time. But what they do is when they miss you, I feel like this person has like an ego trip. They do stuff to like not think about you, to get their mind off you, I should say. So whether it be drinking, whether it be going out, whether it be talking to just a lot of people, whether it just be like, talking to their friends a lot, or, doing whatever. I get that it's like their coping mechanism in a way, because of how things have just like played out between you two. I also get that this person is in a space where they feel kind of shitty for like the things that they've done or said in the past, and they know that now, they see it now, and that's why they do the things that they do to kind of cope with missing you, because they, like I said, it's like their ego. They might not want to apologize for it, or they might not want to come to you and let you know like, hey, I was actually wrong when I did this, or I shouldn't have done that. They're just like, yeah, I miss her, but I'm not going to say anything. Yeah, I miss her, but I'm not going to call her or do anything about it, which is kind of dumb, because if you miss somebody and you are thinking of them, why not just let them know? If you want to work things out, basically. What else? What else? Yeah, they do miss you and think of you, but they try to play it cool. But I feel like one day they're gonna break. They're gonna break one day, and actually either like sending you something from like a private number, or like not a private number, from a fake number, to see if you respond, or like just message you in some way to just to see if you'll respond to them. I have a feeling they're going to break. Like they're doing their best to not break, but they're going to do it. And I feel like it's going to hit them when they're like drinking a lot and it's late at night, and they're just like, you know what? I'm going to give her a call. I'm going to text her and just say something, say how I feel. Um, but the problem is that I see also with this is that they're probably going to shoot themselves in the foot too if they don't use that moment for good. So like if they reach out to you and say like, hey, I do miss you, I'm sorry about what I did, they need to be in that reconciliation type of energy to keep it going. They can't just like, oh, I was drunk yesterday, so let me not text her back anymore, you know? But yeah, that's what I get. I just get that this person is just, you know, they're just trying to cope with everything and distract themselves heavily. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Did I see him in a relationship with someone? I saw more so him entertaining other people, so nothing serious, but like using them as distractions. Ooh, that's good news, Malini. You're getting new clients. Look at you. Look at you. All right, that concludes our live for tonight. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I might go live on Sunday, and we can do like a pre-birthday celebration.